Okay, so we have a situation. Do you see these little garbage can symbols here, 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 and everywhere? They symbolize the fact that we are swimming in trash. All of these buildings with the symbol are basically overflowing with trash. The situation is even worse in our industry district down here, where almost every single building out of these has this problem. So I've built a landfill here which should take care of it. However, I've lowered the budget for the landfill to 50%, which is a mistake. I'm gonna show you in about a second why. These little garbage trucks you can see here, each one of them going to help clean our city from the mess that I have put it in, is going to go around here and clean the city. It works the way that the garbage truck goes to the buildings which have the problem with trash, and it has a certain load. Once it reaches the city or the building it is cleaning, it gets a load from it, collects the garbage, and continues on. Once it's full, it turns around and goes back to the landfill, which is here. However, on the 50% budget, the landfill can only produce about 4 garbage trucks, which is too little for our use. So I've put the budget back to 100%, which allows us to have 15 garbage trucks. So this little armada is now heading to our town and it's going to clean it. Now, other problem that I have encountered is the fact that we have certain abandoned buildings here, here, and I believe even, well, no, this one is not abandoned, but has not enough workers at this point, which means that it will get abandoned eventually. Now, there's not much I can do with it other than expand our city, because there's a very high demand for residential zones. People are still coming in, which is good, but once this trend stops, we will have to basically just find more places for them to live in. Another thing that I need to do at this point is increase the taxes, because they are set very low. What I do usually is go with 10% for residential, 11% for commercial, and 12% for industrial. It seems to work well for all of the cities I've built, so I'm gonna do it here. Interestingly, I believe I used exactly the same system in the previous, well, not previous, but in the SimCity series games. Okay, with that said, time for positive news. We are having some pretty neat buildings going on. For example, here we have these 3 little houses that have this beautiful killer view that I enjoy so much. Look at them. Each one of them is exactly the same type of building, but they have these little differences on them. For example, this one has a backyard with a house. Someone is sitting there right now, Jeremy Young, and hedges and trees. This one has an open field with, is that a pool? No, it's just some garden furniture and more hedges and trees, while this one has a nice little driveway and more trees. I absolutely adore this kind of details they've put into it. Now here is another example. 3 buildings, each one looking similar, but each one with their own little details. I like it because it gives your town a neat, real-life look. Like, these 3 were probably done by the same developer, the same here, you know, and every time you meet these buildings like here, they each look different, they're individual, but they have the same style to it. So yeah, I think this is all for now. I'm just gonna keep letting this run its course from up here, watching the city grow, and I'll get back to you folks when I have some more news. Okay, I have some news. Now, I'll start with a bit of technical thingy. I destroyed the power line that was going from here to here, basically because the town is now completely grown and it connects in its own. So there is no need for extra power lines. Now, it's safe to say that changes like this are why you get more money in the long run. So it's good to be efficient. I'm trying to be efficient, but I'm also trying to grow this little city as a nice little thing. Oh, and we're having energy problems, really? Did I lower the budget or something? No. Wow. We are just running out of electricity, it seems. Okay, well, I increased the budget there. And while we're at the budget side of things, okay, we'll need to increase it more. I'm gonna go with 125%. I also lowered the budget for the garbage because the city is now sparkling and clean, while our landfill is 5% full. Yay! Okay, more news. I have expanded the eastern and western part a bit. You can see that there is well, quite a big amount of new buildings here in this area. Most of them, or actually all of them, are residential, but most of these ones which are having the electricity crisis, come on, fix itself. Yeah, it's fixed now. Most of these are also residential, but some of these are commercial because we want to keep our city kind of well leveled, you know, having a nice little balance, which is always important. Okay, big news though, we are now, wait, wrong button. We are now considered a worthy village and are growing into a tiny town. This gives us a few new things we can work on. It increases our world. It also gives us the possibility to make districts. I'm gonna get to that in the next update, but just know that you can design different parts of your town differently. We can also enact policies, get second loan, get some industrial specialization and services policies. More importantly though, we can now get the fire department, police department and unique buildings, which is really important. Look, we got the police station and the firehouse. So we can now fight crime and fire in our little worthy village. How cool is that? So cool. Hear ye, the update ye. We now have districts. Look at that. We got this industrial part of our town now turned into a district called Wood Mills. And, you might have guessed, it's designed as an industrial district with wood processing capacity. Man, it's hard to say. There are some little trees being planted here. We have sawmills and all this fun stuff. It looks way cooler than it was before, don't you say? I am happy about that. We also have Hillside, which is the main part of our town or village or whatever you want to call it. 900 citizens doesn't you know, make a lot, but it's our 900 citizens. So yes, they're our. However, we have a problem. Well, I'm gonna get into that after telling you that we got a new commercial district here. We got a lot of demand for that. People want to shop like crazy. So we're getting some quiet corner shops here and convenience stores with very inconveniently placed parking spaces. I hope no one gets killed there. But a drugstore and Big Bite restaurant. Man, this one looks really cool. And that's neighborhood shop. Cool. But the problem I was referring to is this. The symbol for crime. There's way too much crime in this town, and thus we'll need to look into that. There's actually way more problems. We had a building burn down a few minutes ago here, and that signalizes that we need to start building some fire departments and police stations. The problem with that though is that a police station and firehouses cost quite a lot. For example, this firehouse cost 24,000 bucks. This police station cost 24,000 bucks. And this clinic, which I would like to build as well, cost 20,000 bucks. Together, a whooping 68,000 bucks. We got about 18,000, which is where the loans come in handy. We can get a loan from Global Credit of 60,000 bucks. We'll be paying it for 260 weeks, and the interest is not really all that bad though. we'll pay back only 66,000 bucks, which is, in my opinion, a pretty cool prospect. I also have to figure out where I'm gonna put these and how much budget I'm gonna give them, because they don't only cost the original money. For example, only the police station costs 960 per week, so we're probably gonna skimp on that and turn everything to a fair 50% budget, so that we do not go bankrupt. God damn it, why am I having so much trouble saying that? So that we do not go bankrupt after building these. Not to mention that we will pay 253 bucks per every week, so that our people can, you know, get that loan. I guess we won't get into some kind of, you know, financial trouble where people come and say, okay, all of these houses are now ours. Cool. So yeah, I'll think about that. And yeah, actually the power problem is also getting serious, and we're gonna need to get more giant fans up here, which are noisy as hell and actually quite unrealistic, but I'm still gonna build one here and hope that it's gonna work. Plus, on the good side, when you go into the districts, you can set individual policies for them. So we could, for example, limit the power usage or water usage here, distribute smoke detectors, same for the hillside, which would then lower our power usage or water usage. On the downside though, it costs quite a lot of upkeep for each of these buildings. So I'm gonna enact these probably for the wood mills, who consume quite a lot of power, and not for the major town, because there I would have to pay a lot for it. And if you know me, I do not like to pay for a lot of things. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I forgot to tell you guys about the most important thing. You know, if you count the actual upkeep cost for all of these buildings, which means clinic, police station, fire department, and eventually an elementary school, the best way how you can counter this is, you probably guessed it, more people. So what I am planning now is, well, basically growing the city. There isn't much to grow into though. We can either go this way, which would eventually turn into this way, or we can try to duplicate what we have here, and that is building on the side of the mountain. I would like to try to expand either to the north here and having a nice little terrace city, though I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna work, or expanding down here, probably by, well, I guess I could demolish some of these buildings and go this way, which would probably create a second level of terraces under this one. But it's gonna require certain testing, which I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna show you the outcome, because, you know, we need a central place to put our fire station and police department and school, and this area around here seems like a nice natural square. We could connect it somehow here, make a round square here, and place them there. And if I manage to make a way up here or a way down here, the police cars and fire trucks and, I don't know, school buses could take the way easily to reach the northern and southern part. So I'm gonna test that and tell you guys in the next update. I'm actually not sure how I managed to forget about that, because it's like the main thing that I'm gonna try testing out now. So you guys wait, and fingers crossed, because in the next update this city will be way bigger, or so I hope. Okay, we have currently reached an equilibrium. But before I explain what I mean by that, I'm gonna show you what's new in our little city. Now the most important thing and most obvious one, well actually not probably not the most important, but the most obvious one, is the connection between wood mills and the eastern part of Hillside. This little road is actually working pretty well in allowing the garbage trucks and police cars to course through this area of our little settlement. Now, as I mentioned right now, I have built a police station. Actually, I've built two. The main one is located here. It's in, oh, I'd say it's central part of Hillside. I should probably rename it, but I don't know of any good names. So if you guys have, actually, let's call it Hillside Police Department. But if you have a better suggestion, you're welcome to name it. And then we got a little police station located here, which serves as a backup. So I'm gonna call this one Eastern Hillside PD. So this is our two police stations that we are using, and they're actually working quite well. I'm not sure if I will be able to show you. Yeah, I am. So you can see that we have no real crime problems except for this little guy here, but he frequently gets visited by police right after he complains, so that's not really an issue. We had some landfill crime problems, whatever that means, but it solved itself once I connected this hillside eastern part to the wood mills, so that makes me quite happy. We also have a fire department, only one station located here in the central part of Hillside, but because of its location, the fire engines can reach pretty much every single part of our town. I'm quite happy about it. It works fine. It doesn't show well that the cars will be able to reach many places, especially because I kinda I'm not really giving them a lot of money, so they cannot really go around really well, but it's working, you know, they keep the fires out. Now, with that said, I kind of scraped the plan to build both on the northern and southern part. I tried making it work, but it's not possible. It's just too steep. So we have hit the boundary, and we actually kind of fit in a lot of citizens and houses as it is. I'm gonna speed it up for now, just so more things happen. Yeah, so the northern and eastern expansion is not possible. We could build a lot of houses here, and I could probably make a southern pass around here, which could host some houses, but I'm not really happy about it being so close to wood mills, so I'm not gonna do that. Same thing could go around here. We'll see if that is necessary. For now, I'm not gonna expand the houses at all, because most of the demand is for industry and commercial, and there's not that much demand for residential. So as I mentioned, the city has reached an equilibrium where everything works. Now you can see that we have a new windmill here, which is generating more electricity. We are currently at 20 megawatts out of 24 being used, and we still have quite a lot to go if we increase the budget, so that makes me happy as well. Water situation is okay, sewage is okay, landfill usage is fine. We have no incinerator. Now I've built a couple of parks, which makes my people happy. There's a memorial park here where you can see people being happy. What the hell are they doing? Are they standing in the pool? I'm not entirely sure, but it makes them happy. We also have a smaller park located here somewhere, if I can find it. I put it... oh, it's here. Yeah, here's the park. People are enjoying it. And we have another park somewhere around here. Yeah, here. I thought of building more parks in the eastern and northern part of Hillside, but I really don't want to do it now because things seem to be working pretty well. If you look at the happiness, people are not really pissed. Happiness is, I'd say, reasonable for most of them, depending on how the services are treating them. Now, I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. The way to go now, and the way I'm gonna go in the next session, after you guys have time to comment and scream on me for what I've gone now with, we'll have to increase the education and health of our citizens. At this point, most of the houses, yeah, they're saying that education is necessary. We'll need to build a public school, which is easily possible. We can afford it. We're still repaying the debt though. How are we doing on the debt? Yeah, we repaid about 16,000 bucks on the debt already, and we're doing fine. So we can either take additional loan, though that one would probably bankrupt us, or we can wait till we get more money, which is probably the way I'm gonna go. I'll build it somewhere in the central part of the hillside. I kind of like this area in here. It looks like a natural square, though I'm not using it as a square right now. But maybe, well, probably we could build it somewhere here, near the fire station and the police station, or we might build it here. Would it fit? No, it wouldn't. It has kind of a weird... It would fit here though, so I might just go with it and build it here. But it's probably going to increase the traffic heavily. That's one thing I want to do in the next session as well. I'm gonna work on the traffic a bit. The city itself is fine, but the part that's suffering is this main connection to Woodmills and the road between the roundabout, landfill and Woodmill. So we will probably upgrade the road to a nice 2-lane road, but we'll see. You know, it's still a thing of the future. Though yeah, this place is getting me bothered. I might do a roundabout here to alleviate the situation a bit. I'm definitely sure it would help. Yeah. So once I build education, and probably also I saw some complaints about healthcare. So we might want to build a clinic, though that one is extremely expensive. I downloaded this Cubix Doctor's Office, which is a small variant. It's just like a doctor's office. It has like an ambulance or two. So I might build it somewhere in the central part, maybe next to the school. And yeah, this seems like a good place. It would probably be even better to build 2 of these, one here and one here, than to actually build a clinic. But we'll see. I think we have even more. There's a crematory. Oh my god. Well, we need the clinic first. And there are some unique buildings that we could build. Tangy shipping labs. Oh, there's nothing here. There's a... I don't know what this one is. It's like a museum with a tank. I downloaded quite a lot of these things. We might see placing them. Oh! We had a fire. Oh, I'll have to clear that out. Well, that happens sometimes. Oh, the policies. I haven't shown those off. We have the policy of power usage and smoke detector distribution in wood mills. And we have one in the hillside. Actually, I haven't really... Yeah, we don't have any here. The parks and recreation seems like interesting. Make your parks and plazas the envy of the country. Moderate to increases land value around parks and plazas. I kind of like that. And smoking ban. Slight to increases health, slight to decreases happiness. No. Pet ban. No. It's really not important. So we'll have parks and recreations. So yeah, this is the equilibrium as I spoke about it before. We are doing quite fine. People are moving in. Everything seems to be leveled. There is no major complaints. So this is where I'm gonna end it for today. Look forward to your comments, to your suggestions, and we are going to continue next time. And the thing that makes me happy really is that I found a mod that makes the sewage green, because the purple was fucking ugly.